Hi everyone, namaste and good afternoon. Hope you guys are having a fabulous Sunday afternoon and welcome again to another exciting episode of the Sunday Afternoon Lime. Please do take a moment, everybody who's locked on right now, share the page, share everyone. I truly appreciate that. So thank you again. Before we get started today, I just want to give a big birthday shout out to my mom, who turned 74 yesterday, and happy birthday greetings also going out to Rishi Naubat from 92.3 FM in Trinidad, and the beautiful and talented Savita Singh from Trinidad, and Dheeraj Gairam from New York City as well, celebrating their birthdays in this fabulous month of March. And also a happy birthday going out to the Queen of Chutney Soka, Drupati Ramgunai. And to all of those who are celebrating a birthday in the month of March, happy birthday to you. So we are still in a lockdown situation in Canada. Some parts are open, some cities are open for business again, but there are a few other cities that are in complete lockdown as well. We haven't aired the program for the past 2 weeks because I have been really sick, and as you can tell from my voice, I haven't completely recovered as yet, but on the road to recovery. And no, I do not have COVID-19. I did the test and it came back negative. Sorry, I apologize. So thank you to all of those who reached out to lend your support and good wishes for my speedy recovery. And for those of you who have lost loved ones to this virus, my heartfelt condolences goes out to you and your family. Just recently, we lost an iconic figure in our music industry. I did not know her personally, but I've always been a fan and I've listened to all of her recorded music on YouTube. I've never really had the privilege of seeing her live in concert. And, while I was lying sick in my bed for 2 weeks, I was thinking, why do we have to wait until our legendary singers or icons in our community or even loved ones pass before we speak good things about them? Why can't we shower them with that love and kindness when they're alive? And that goes for anyone. Give them the accolades, the flowers, and the good wishes while they're still here with us. So the idea of doing a series of interviews with our legends was in the planning stages when I heard of our sister Sita Pandey's passing. She was one of the persons on my list to call to ask if she would like to participate on this program. And, when I heard of her death, I was really shocked. Because I know she just did a show back in January and she was fine. So, my condolences goes out to her family. I really was shocked, and that hit me like a ton of bricks. Anyways, may her soul rest in peace. I really do hope that her family finds peace in all of the beautiful memories that she left behind. But the good thing about legends and icons is that they do live on through their music, and she will forever live in our hearts. My condolences to her family, friends, and fans alike. So may her soul rest in eternal peace. And I thought, to kickstart this Legends and Icons series, it's only fitting to start with one of her songs in honor of her memory and her passion and dedication to music and culture. So please bear with me. Give me a moment while I share her music. What a beautiful song indeed, and what a beautiful personality. And it's such a shame that she, God took her away so quickly from us. But I'm sure that she is in a better place right now. And my condolences to all of her family and her fans and friends out there. So, our next guest today, our first guest actually, hails from Trinidad and Tobago, and he is a legend in itself. It was my pleasure to sit with him during the week and pre-record this session with him, as he had some prior engagements today. So he's none other than Mr. Satrohan Maharaj from Trinidad and Tobago. And I hope that you guys will enjoy this interview session that I did with him, because he is phenomenal. And I'm sure that you're going to enjoy this first icon and legend series that I've brought to you, and I hope to do a lot more. I've been in contact with quite a few of the legendary artists in our community, and if there's anybody out there who would like to get in contact with me, if you have someone that you would like to showcase on the show, please give me a shout. But you can either call me or email me or just direct message me from Facebook Messenger or on Instagram. So without further ado, please do enjoy this interview session. So to kick off this brand new series titled Legends and Icons, let's welcome our very first guest, Mr. Satrohan Maharaj. How are you, Sat? How are you doing?
Oh, I'm fine, thank you. I'm doing well so far.
Absolutely. That's awesome. It's good to see you again after so long.
Yes, after our Kishore Kumar competition.
2018, that was the last time I saw you.
Yes.
Yes.
Exactly.
Well, before we get started, Sat, I just want to do a quick intro on you so that our guests who are listening today will have a better understanding of who you are and what musical background you come from.
Sure.
So, ladies and gentlemen, Satrohan Maharaj was born and raised at Five Rivers in Arouca, North Trinidad. His music career started at the tender age of 12 as a guitarist with bands like Suhana Safar, Naya Hindustani, Naya Zamana, and Anand Sangeet. His debut as a singer started at the age of 22 with the BWIA National Indian Orchestra, led by Maestro Harry Mahabir. His introduction to the local stage came when he entered a popular Mastana Bahar series. As a contestant, he reached the finals on 2 occasions. His popularity in singing Kishore Kumar songs took him around the world to perform in places like the United States of America, Canada, England, Guyana, Suriname, Jamaica, Miami, and India. Satrohan later traveled to India to further his education in music. He studied music at the Gandharva Mahavidyalaya and the Sri Ram Bharatiya Kala Kendra. I hope I pronounced that correctly. While in India, he had the honor of performing for the screen actor Dev Anand. He was also awarded a scholarship in India by the Indian Council for Cultural Relations. He was fortunate to perform with international singers like Kumar Sanu, Anup Jalota, Biswajit, and local icons like Sundar Popo, Sunnyman, and Rakesh Yankaran. He was awarded the Nafita Award in 1991 for Best Local Male Indian Singer. He recorded over 30 CDs and cassettes and have over 300 recordings. That's a lot. Satrohan is also a music composer, arranger, and songwriter. He teaches Hindustani and English music in vocals, keyboard synthesizer, and guitar. Satrohan also delivers consistently brilliant and exciting performances both nationally and internationally. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome the iconic voice of the one and only Satrohan Maharaj, the voice of Kishore Kumar for the entire West Indies. Thank you again for joining us today, Sat. How are you doing? And welcome to the Sunday Afternoon Lime.
Yes, of course, I'm looking forward for that.
Awesome. Thank you.
दीवाना लेके आया है दिल का तराना, दीवाना लेके आया है दिल का तराना। देखो कहीं यारो ठुकरा न देना मेरा नजराना, दीवाना लेके आया है दिल का तराना, दीवाना लेके आया है दिल का तराना। आज का दिन है कितना सुहाना, झूम रहा प्यार मेरा हो, पूरी हो दिल की सारी मुरादें, खुश रहे यार मेरा। चांद सजीवन साथी मुबारक जीवन में आना, दीवाना लेके आया है दिल का तराना, दीवाना लेके आया है दिल का तराना। अपने भी हैं कुछ ख्वाब अधूरे, कौन अब गिने कितने, हाय सच तो ये है मेरे दोस्त के सपने भी है मेरे अपने। उसकी खुशी अब।
So Sat, the last time I saw you, it was 2018, and we met at the Kishore Kumar competition in Trinidad.
Yes,
Why don't you take us back to that time in 2018, and prior to that, what were you doing musically? And then maybe if you can take us back to when you were like, say, 12 years old and walk us through your journey as a young guitarist. And, what was life like at that time?
Well, in those days, basically, life was a bit tough for me, so this guy used to be playing music in church, a guy by the name of Theo, African descent guy. I used to hear him playing music, and a day I woke up to him and I asked him, I said, bro, I need to learn this guitar. So he said, no problem. He was living a couple miles away from me, not too far. So I went to him, me and my mom, we bought a guitar, a box guitar, So afterwards I started going for tuition by him, and I took tuition for about 2 years or so. And then afterwards, eventually I started to play in the church also. And then I branched off with other bands like Hum Hindustani and Naya Hindustani and, a couple bands in Trinidad. But I wasn't really a singer at the time.
So you were playing the guitar, you started playing the guitar at the age of 12.
12 years, yes. I think I was one of the youngest guitarists in TNT.
I would imagine so, because I can't, at 12 years old, you're actually playing with all these bands that you must have been really, really good.
Well, I was good enough. I wasn't good because there's always room to be better.
Right.
So it's like, we play 3 and 4 chords in a Hindi song and stuff, just basically, the basic stuff.
Okay.
But I could have played timing and stuff, and and then when I was around maybe about 17 years, somewhere around there, we went to play in a Phuket night, a farewell night. And some of the singers, they lost their way, so they didn't reach to the venue. So the leader of the band, well, I played the guitar and stuff, all the musicians were there, but a couple of the singers didn't reach. So I know the tune, I had an okay voice. I wasn't really a singer, but the leader told me, he said, Sat, here what, you go out and you just do something. Sing the song, sing it wrong, but just sing. Because I knew some of the words the guy is singing. So I went on stage and I sing and stuff, and I saw, well, basically Mohammed Rafi song, Mukesh, all the songs the guy is singing. So I sang it, and somewhere along the line, like, the people appreciate it because they don't know the words either. Because I'm singing the song, I'm singing it wrong, but I see they're having fun.
Yeah.
So I just continue with it.
Well, just to showcase your talent on the guitar, I want to take a moment and I want to play this song that I found on your YouTube channel titled Neele Neele Amber Per. And it's with you singing. You look like you're in a cowboy saloon and you're, strumming the guitar. And I just felt like you were in like a Western setting, basically. So ladies and gentlemen, let's take a quick break and listen to this wonderful rendition of Neele Neele Amber Per.
नीले नीले अंबर पर चांद जब आए, प्यार बरसाए, हमको तरसाए, ऐसा कोई साथी हो, ऐसा कोई प्रेमी हो, प्यास दिल की बुझा जाए। नीले नीले अंबर पर चांद जब आए, प्यार बरसाए, हमको तरसाए। ऐसा कोई साथी हो, ऐसा कोई प्रेमी हो, प्यास दिल की बुझा जाए। नीले नीले अंबर पर चांद जब आए, प्यार बरसाए, हमको तरसाए। ऊंचे ऊंचे पर्वत जब चूमते हैं अंबर को, प्यासा प्यासा अंबर जब चूमता है सागर को। ऊंचे ऊंचे पर्वत जब चूमते हैं अंबर को, प्यासा प्यासा अंबर जब चूमता है सागर को। प्यार से कसने को, बाहों में बसने को, दिल मेरा ललचाए, कोई तो आ जाए। ऐसा कोई साथी हो, ऐसा कोई प्रेमी हो, प्यास दिल की बुझा जाए। नीले नीले अंबर पर चांद जब आए, प्यार बरसाए, हमको तरसाए। ठंडे झोंके जब बालों को सहलाए, तपती तपती किरणें जब गालों को छू जाए। ठंडे ठंडे झोंके जब बालों को सहलाए, तपती तपती किरणें जब गालों को छू जाए। सांसों की गर्मी को, हाथों की नरमी को, मेरा मन तरसाए, कोई तो छू जाए। ऐसा कोई साथी हो, ऐसा कोई प्रेमी हो, प्यास दिल की बुझा जाए। नीले नीले अंबर पर चांद जब आए, प्यार बरसाए, हमको तरसाए। चम करता सावन बूंदों के बान चलाए, सतरंगी बरसातों में जब तन मन भीगा जाए। छम छम करता सावन बूंदों के बान चलाए, सतरंगी बरसातों में जब तन मन भीगा जाए। प्यार में नहाने को, डूब ही जाने को, दिल मेरा तड़पाए, ख्वाब जगा जाए। ऐसा कोई साथी हो, ऐसा कोई प्रेमी हो, प्यास दिल की बुझा जाए। नीले नीले अंबर पर चांद जब आए, प्यार बरसाए, हमको तरसाए। ला 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 la 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 la.
So that was an amazing, amazing song. It's one of my favorites, and I really, really loved it. Can you tell me a little bit about the composer, the person who was playing along with you in that song, Neeli Neeli Amber?
Okay, well, actually, the guy, he's from India, you know. So a guy by the name of Debuji Thousand, you know, and he's from Assam, India. So apparently what happened is that we know each other from Delhi when I was doing music in India, you know. So we were all friends, you know, and eventually now we get big old men, you know.
So you're
And
still friends.
yes, of course we are. You know,
Wow.
so he told me, he said, look, he wanted to do this project with me. So he get his song and stuff, you know. He said he will change up. Well, he did actually change up the style of the song. All the music, otherwise he also did all the guitar pieces and stuff. He did the guitar music. The arrangement, he composed it, and he arranged the music. So he just sang, I sang the song a little different also. The same words, same style, everything. But
Right.
you know, there was a pause, and then I came back with a song, which the song don't really have. You know,
Yeah,
so
you
we
basically
did,
made it your own. Yeah.
yes. So it's something original we came up with, you know, semi-original. We
Yeah.
came up with, you know, and this was the product, and so far, you know, I'm seeing it doing well, you know, people watching it and they commenting on it because with this lockdown, we can't even do any shows, because you know, the whole
That is
world
so true.
know
That is true. Yes.
yes. So
Yeah.
it's a while now, we can't really go there to do shows.
No.
So
no.
this is the only type of shows we can really do.
Exactly.
So while we are home here on lockdown, you know, we are doing this type of stuff.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
So we did this song and we see it do well.
I want to go back to you being that young musician. What inspired you to actually want to become a musician? And what about your parents? What did they say about this? Did they support you fully?
Yes, my parents and my siblings, family, they all supported me well, you know, because I didn't really go to school for too long. I didn't take much education because my preference was to do music. You know, and playing music at a young age, I started to get when I mean opportunity to go away and do shows as a guitarist. So somewhere along the line, I kind of started like that, and it's like I kind of just put school aside.
So
you know,
how did the name, like I've read a lot of articles on you, I've done some research, and everyone just praises you as the voice of the late great Kishore Kumar. How was that your preference of
No, it wasn't really. When I used to sing with Nai Hindustani, what happened? The songs the guys and them used to sing was Mohammed Rafi and Mukesh and Manade, those old time singers. So I always like Mukesh and Mohammed Rafi songs. You know, so when I sang that night, what happened is that the leader of the band, he told me, he said, Sat, your voice song is nice. The people somewhere along the line, they appreciate it.
Yes.
But it didn't went too well with your voice. I think your voice maybe song more, try Kishore Kumar songs. You know? So he was the first person who he wrote out 2 songs for me, a movie by Kati Patang release, you know, and then he wrote out 2 songs on that. That was Pyar Divana Hota Hai and Ye Jo Mohabbat Hai.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
He wrote those songs and he gave me the copy. So I learned it. And then he started giving me to sing 2 songs. And I see where, people started to go for Kishore Kumar songs.
Okay, so we were talking about your parents and their influence and their support of you in your aspirations of being a young musician. What about schooling? Like, were you in school? What did you do?
Well, actually, when I started playing music, I get to like music, and I left school because of music. Places I work, I even leave my job because of music.
Oh my goodness.
Because we was touring a lot. I was touring a lot with not just one band, but other bands.
Yeah.
So when they go in aboard to play music, different band, they will hire me just to play guitar. So, I did that, and so somewhere along the line, they was okay with that. But my singing career really started off like as I said, I sang in this cooking night, this farewell night.
Yeah.
And people heard me and they started to like when I'm singing and stuff,
Yeah.
But the leader of the band, he told me, he said, Sat, try and sing Kishore Kumar songs. you sang those songs, it sung well, but your voice didn't go too well with those type of songs. Because you were singing them songs, and somewhere along the line, it was singing like other singer, he know. You understand? The people did enjoy it, but so then he told me, he said, try singing Kishore Kumar songs and see how that will come out. So he did that. He copied 2 songs from me from a movie called Katipatand. And I started singing those songs, and I saw people started to appreciate it more, And then afterwards, singing Kishore Kumar songs, Hari Mahabar. I went in we have Mastana Bahar here in Trinidad. Right. So what happened? I just went for the Lime. I didn't really go for audition. I just went for a Lime. You
want to go check out the girls.
Right. So basically it was that. I didn't know how to say it. Right. So basically it was that, So I saw a guy, I asked him, I said, "Brothers, I want to go to the audition and string my guitar boss, but I didn't walk with my guitar."
Yeah.
So he said, "No problem." He lent me the guitar, So he lent me the guitar and I went into the audition. And I sang that movie, Safar, it showed on television about 2 weeks before. And when Rajesh Khanna sang that song, I really fall in love with that song. It was really a nice song. Zindagi ka safar, So a really, really nice song. So I didn't know the song, but I know the tune well because other singers used to sing it and I used to play the music for it. So I sang it in the audition, and then afterwards, I get picked for the program. Eventually I get picked for the program,
Yeah.
So I didn't know the song. So I went by Rawan, that was the leader of Hindustani. So I told him, copy the song from me, Mamo. And he copied it. And in about 2-3 days' time, that the Sunday was the audition, the Thursday was the recording.
Yeah.
So between that time, I learned the song and I learned it by heart. But I didn't play any guitar or anything like that. Because that's BWI was playing music, Hari Mahabar. So they did the music and stuff, and I sang the song and I came first on the program.
Wow.
I came
That's
on after
amazing.
that.
That's amazing.
Well, I said, when I came home and, I told my mom, I said, they give me about $350 as a first prize. So when I came home, I gave my mom $300. She said, where did you get this money? I said, I went in Mastana Bahar. I came first. They started laugh.
Wow. Well, I want to take a moment right now and I want to play that song that you sang, Zindagi Ka Safar. I don't believe it's the actual Mastana Bahar rendition, but you recorded it separately. So we'll take a moment and we'll play that song for our audience right now, and we'll be right back.
जिंदगी के सफर में गुजर जाते हैं जो मकाम, वो फिर नहीं आते, वो फिर नहीं आते। जिंदगी के सफर में गुजर जाते हैं जो मकाम, वो फिर नहीं आते, वो फिर नहीं आते। धोखा है क्या भरोसा है, आँख धोखा है क्या भरोसा है सुनो दोस्तों शक दोस्ती का दुश्मन है अपने दिल में इसे घर बनाने न दो कल तड़पना पड़े याद में जिंदगी रोक लो रूठ कर उनको जाने न दो बाद में प्यार के चाहे भेजो हजारों सलाम वो फिर नहीं आते वो फिर नहीं आते रात जाती है सुबह आती है रात जाती है यूं ही वक्त चलता ही रहता है रुकता नहीं एक पल में ये आगे निकल जाता है आदमी ठीक से देख पाता नहीं और पर्दे पे मंजर बदल जाता है एक बार चले जाते हैं जो दिन रात सुबह शाम वो फिर नहीं आते वो फिर नहीं आते जिंदगी के सफर में गुजर जाते हैं जो मकाम वो फिर नहीं आते वो फिर नहीं आते
So I want to ask you this one question. You've been in this industry for a very, very long time, and like you've started since you were 12 years old to current. What differences do you see in our industry today compared to back then when you were in the prime of the entertainment field?
Well, basically, the music actually it changed now.
Yes.
You know, so well, I mean, we have young people, we have the old-time actors in the Hindi movies, and then you have young people now acting in movies. So they change their style of acting, they change the style of music, you know. But it is nice. It is when I mean really superb music that they are doing now, you know, which the young people is going for it. Some of the old people is going for it. You know, I listen to it, but I sing very few songs of the new songs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still sing more of the old songs because I'm from the old school and people is like, when I go there, people say, Sat, sing Kishore Kumar's songs. We're not too interested in you singing a new song.
Yeah.
Because it's like I just don't have the voice and style.
Whatever. Yeah.
Yes, I sang a couple of Kumar Sanu songs, Jab Koi Baat, and I do Kumar Sanu songs, couple.
Right.
Because even though Kumar Sanu, a lot of Kumar Sanu's styling of singing it is like Kishore Kumar's styling of singing. And the style of music also is like the old-time styling of music.
Right.
For instance, ek ladki ko dekha to aisa laga. You know, the music is like old-type music, which was also done by R.D. Burman.
Yeah.
Yes. You know, so it's like, it's a new song. It's a popular song, but it was a new singer, but it was done by the old musicians.
Exactly.
You know, so it shows how versatile these guys really are.
Right. So when I talked about the differences and the changes and stuff in the industry, I think I was pretty much referring to like the way people treated you as an artist back then compared to now. Are you seeing any type of differences in that?
Well, not really. Because, for instance, if I go to a function and there's a lot of young people playing, you know, singing and playing music with the band whosoever I go out with, they get their chance to do their stuff, and then eventually some of the people will start to call for the old time songs.
Yeah.
So this is now where they call me to do that stuff, and a couple of the old time singers also.
Yeah.
So in terms of treatment and all this stuff, it's so far I'm not seeing a difference.
Oh, perfect.
I'm being treated equally.
So there's still hope for some of us then.
Right. So exactly, and then even though when I mean the young people, they kind of look up at me as a role model. Like I teach music, I teach vocals. A lot of the young singers come by me. A lot of them learn music by me, So what am they actually? They kind of look up as a role model. So I could give them advice, teach them how to sing a song properly. What is a murki? Explain what is what, in a song. Because singing a song is like building a house.
Yeah.
You understand? There is no difference.
Foundation has to be right.
Exactly. It's like building a house, So you have the sty, the antra, the murki, the tan, the boltans, so you have all these different things. So, it's a whole process. It's not just getting a melody and singing a melody.
Absolutely. Well, being that you've mentioned, training and you being a teacher of music and all of that, let's go back to the time when you were in India and how did that come about? And what was your best experience of being in India?
Like, for instance, as I told you, I went Mastana Bahar, I made some money with prizes from that show. And what happened is that I just had a nice voice, as people say, but I couldn't really sing a song properly, but people will think, okay, you have a nice voice. All right, you're a good singer. Singing is not just having a nice voice.
Yeah.
You understand? Singing, like, for instance, some people may say, if I sing a song like, Ye dard bhara afsana, you might say, oh, it's okay, nice, right? But now if I say, Ye dard bhara afsana, sun le anjan, those are little murky and little magical things make the song really nice.
Right.
You see?
Yeah.
So what happened is that I just had a good voice and people appreciated it and they say, right, fine, you can sing.
Yeah.
But afterwards, when I started listening to songs and I started taking advice as how I'm a role model to the younger, they were role models to me also. So I took their advice and they pointed out certain things, I listened to it. And then I realized in Trinidad, I cannot learn that. So this is why I went to India and I studied music there. I did vocal and keyboard, bassuri, flute. I learned little Hindi and stuff, So this is what it was like, and then I get...
How long did you stay in India?
4 years, 8 months.
Wow.
And then what happened in Delhi University, my friends and them, like ICCR, that was the Indian Council, the people who gave me, when I won my scholarship, they had given me that scholarship. So they used to organize programs, musical programs. So I started attending to the programs, singing, and I saw where people started to appreciate me, even though they were Indians, And then my friends, I had friends eventually, well, a lot of them came to the program, used to be close to where I lived, that is Delhi University, So like when Devanand came to Delhi University and he made a speech and stuff, I met him. And they asked me to do a couple songs from his movie, about 6 songs I did from Devanand movies, So there's this guy, Rana Mohit, you know him well.
Yes.
A guy by the name of Jori also, he is B-tabla, And 3 of us, I with my guitar, Rana was with harmonium, and Jori was with his tabla. We were singing song like, Hey mana janab ne pukaran, those type songs. And he sit down and he listened to it, and it's like, while I was on stage, he came up on the stage and he meet me and he shake my hand, And then we walked down in stage, and people took up pictures and my friends took up pictures. So I was lucky to get some pictures with him also.
Yeah.
Yes. So he appreciated it, And for her, because he started to speak to me in Hindi. He said, "Here what? Speak in English. I cannot speak Hindi properly. I'm from the West Indies. Oh, but he can speak English well." So then he started to speak in English. You know?
Right.
But it was really, really a nice experience. Yeah, and then also I did a couple other shows with couples, popular artists from India. You know, so it was really, really nice. You know, it was really a
Right.
wonderful musically, it was really a wonderful experience. You know, life was a bit tough because, you know, different arrangement from how we accustomed living to going across your live. So, you know, we had was to make adjustments. So it
Yes.
was a bit tough for us, but somewhere along the line, it was a good experience. It did something for us, you
Mhm.
know. So it was
Well,
very
now that
enjoyable.
you came back, so after you came back from India, you were singing and you had lots of gigs. And then when did you decide that you wanted to teach music?
Well, when I came back from India and I had my qualification in music, you know, and then I started to advertise it, you know, and people started to come. I started to print cards and give it out to the schools, you know. People start coming and bringing their kids and stuff, and then, you know,
Right.
it worked out reasonable for me,
Yeah.
you know, like that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. And I noticed that you've already you've dabbled in English music as well, and you're teaching English as well too.
Yeah, I
So
teach both in music, English,
English
even in
and Hindi.
notation. I teach Hindi notation and English notations.
Nice.
You know, I even sing English songs also. I have a couple of English songs on, you know,
Well, there
country
was
and
this
western
one.
song.
Yeah, there was this one song that really caught my attention that you did, "Is Forever Gone." Can
Oh,
you
yeah,
talk to
well,
us about that song?
that is my song. I wrote that song. I composed the melody. I played all the music myself. Yeah. And then there's another one, Divinity of a Mother's Love. You know, and I have a
Right,
couple of
right.
really nice English songs. I can always send it for you later on. And
Well, I would love to play this "Is Forever Gone" right now for our audience because I was really fascinated with the lyrics. The lyrics were so touching and so.
yeah,
Was
actually,
there
that
somebody? Was
it's a
there somebody
story
special that you wrote that song for?
it's a real story. It's a
It's a
good
real
friend of mine who died at the age of 21 years. You
right.
know, so I wrote a song in memory of him. You know, we were
Nice.
very, very good friends, you know.
All right, so we'll take a quick break and we're gonna play that song "Is Forever Gone." Please enjoy.
Remember in your song, you always sang for me. Now I sing the same song when I'm alone. I take you in my dreams when I fall asleep. Only in my dreams I can be with you again. I cried myself to sleep till I woke up at dawn. I cried myself to sleep till I woke up at dawn, only to realize what I'm missing is forever gone. When the nights fall, I look into the sky, wondering if you'll be like a star shining high. When the wind blows, your voice I can hear. When the wind blows, your voice I can hear. Now that you are gone, for me who'll be I cried myself to sleep till I woke up at dawn. I cried myself to sleep till I woke up at dawn, only to realize what I'm missing is forever gone. When I was alone, you gave me company. I wanted to be loved, even that you give to me. Just want you to know you were a true friend. Just want you to know you were a true friend. And my love for you will never end. I cried myself to sleep till I woke up at dawn. I cried myself to sleep till I woke up at dawn, only to realize what I'm missing is forever gone. I'll keep you in my dreams and never let you go. Never said goodbye, my love, or was it meant to be so? I miss your hugs and kisses and how you had loved me. I miss your hugs and kisses and how you had loved me. This song I'll sing in honor of your memory. I cried myself to sleep till I woke up at dawn. I cried myself to sleep till I woke up at dawn, only to realize what I'm missing is forever gone. Only to realize what I'm missing is forever gone.
So that was a very beautiful, beautiful rendition of Is Forever Gone. Thank you so much. I really, really enjoyed that, and I'm pretty sure our viewers enjoyed it as well. Can
It's
you
one
tell
of
us
my
about,
original songs.
yes, original lyrics, music, and you performed on all the musical pieces?
Yes, I did all the music, everything. I composed, I played all the music myself. I did everything. The complete project was mine.
Wow.
You know?
And do you have any other recordings, like albums or so, in case anybody wants to know? And can you tell us where they can find them?
Well, I have 47 albums to my credit, and these albums you can get quite a lot of places throughout the world, because here in Trinidad, they're also selling those albums, but a couple of the older ones sold out and I never really make any more.
Okay.
Yeah, but I did a lot of albums. I have 47 albums I have over about 600 recordings now.
Wow. That's a lot. And
Yes.
are all those recordings on YouTube? Have you been able to upload all of them?
No, it takes so much time to put them up on YouTube.
Yes.
That might take me about 2 or 3 years to put up the rest. But I think I have maybe about 200 songs on YouTube.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
So, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who are interested in knowing more about Satrohan Maharaj and his music, you can check him out on his YouTube channel. it's under your name, I believe, Satrohan
Yeah,
Maharaj.
yes, it is. Yeah.
So he's got, like he said, over 200 songs on YouTube. So please do check out his music. He has an amazing voice. Now, let's get back to the questions that I have. I have a couple more questions for you before I let you go.
No problem. I'll
one of
try
them,
to answer them.
okay, so one of them is, do you have any regrets in life?
Well, I think everybody have regrets in life.
What are yours?
One of my regrets in life is that I did well with music and stuff, but when I reached a certain age, I realized I wanted to take my education. Education is extremely important, and I will advise anybody, don't matter what career you have in life, make time and continue taking that thing they call education. It's very important.
Good piece of advice right there.
Yeah,
I
because
second that.
it's one of my, it's not a major regret, but yes, you asked me if I have regrets in life, and yes, I do have regrets, like everybody
thank you for sharing, because not everybody loves to share their regrets in life, but thank you for sharing. I appreciate that.
So it's like those stuff, then you have a couple of days when I've been 1 or 2 days, sometimes you do things in life and afterwards you realize, you should have ended up going a bit easy, and on some people, it's like people do you stuff, you do bad people stuff, and it's like you end up doing things a little to the extreme. So those are other regrets also. So it's like if the clock could have turned again, I would have changed a lot of things in my life. It's like,
are there any other musical goals that you want to accomplish?
Well, I've traveled to quite maybe about over 20 different countries with bands, performing, in foreign countries, performing with international artists, and stuff. And those are, my whole life basically was a journey of music. It was based basically on music. So this is what my whole life basically based on.
So, who were like when you were traveling all these countries back then and doing tours and whatever, who were some of the top artists that you were performing with?
Well, like Sundar Popo, me and Sundar Popo, Sonny Man, we did a lot of shows, maybe about 30, 40 shows together.
Wow.
But because from young we know each other, because I was playing with BWI and then Sundar was also playing with BWI. So then even with Sonny Mans, Rakesh, Yankaran, Ram Rajiv, in fact, all the top artists in Trinidad.
Yeah.
Everyone.
I noticed
I used to also play with Triveni, Indian Art, all the top bands in Trinidad I played with.
Wow. That's amazing. That's really amazing. And I believe you performed with Ruby Khan Gupta.
Oh yes, a lot of time. A lot of shows we did with Ruby and
Prema TV.
All of them.
Polly Sakraj.
All of them. Me and Polly especially, we perform in a lot of shows.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, because in those days, we had our name. She really had a good name, and then also I was building a name. So we used to really perform in a lot of shows together. Yeah. But all those artists you call, I perform with in fact, all the artists in Trinidad, all the top artists in Trinidad.
Yes.
I perform with them, and their band and all this stuff,
Yeah. Well, I want to take a quick moment and I want to play another one of your songs, if you will let me.
Sure, yes, of course, yes. That's the whole idea.
Absolutely. So this one I think is Pal Pal Dil Ke Paas.
Oh, beautiful.
And that is one of my favorite songs. I love to sing Kishore Kumar songs as well too.
Yeah. I did a Mohammed Rafi and I did it in a Kishore Kumar style. Akela Hu Main. You can listen to it. It's really
I will also play that one a little bit later. So in a few more minutes. So you beat me to it. So let's take a quick break and listen to Pal Pal Dil Ke Paas.
जीवन मीठी प्यास ये कहती हो, पल पल दिल के पास तुम रहती हो। तेरा आंचल लहराए, हर रात यादों की बारात ले आए। मैं सांस लेता हूँ तेरी खुशबू आती है, एक महका महका सा पैगाम लाती है। मेरे दिल की धड़कन भी तेरे गीत गाती है, पल पल दिल के पास तुम रहती हो।
So, Sat, with your years of expertise and a solid background in music, what piece of advice can you give to all the singers out there today?
Well, the advice I will give is like, for instance, a lot of people who sing in Hindi film songs, I think it will be nice for them to just learn to pronounce and to read the Hindi. If you can read the Hindi, you will be able to pronounce, the letter properly. And then like go to more, in singing there is so much state. So it's like if you learn to sing, like for instance, a lot of people learn to sing, but they sing by themselves. And I said, you can, because having a nice voice and you can sing, people do appreciate it, But it's like if you learn what is a muruki and a tan and a alap and all these different things, and you understand what singing is, it becomes more easy and you will sing a little more professional,
Right.
So one who want to go into a professional status where music is concerned and singing, I think this is my advice to them. Do it professional standard.
That's a really, really good piece of advice. And I hope that everybody out there who's watching, all the aspiring singers and even some of the singers out there, I hope you guys are listening to this good piece of advice because it does make a lot of sense.
Yes, because it's like when I went to India and my teacher started to teach me, hey, I said, my God, it's for a whole month I'm doing this thing. I started crying. I'm ready to go back home.
Well,
but then it's like afterwards, then you see why they are teaching you this.
It's so true because when you're learning it, you're not grasping. We're like, oh, well, why isn't he teaching me how to sing? Why do I need to learn all these things?
Exactly, and a whole month. But then afterwards, then he told me, he said, don't sing Saregama Paranisa again. He said it has something called khyal. That is like, see, same Saregama Paranisa Sanira Magaresa. It's like if you're singing like Aapke Anurod pe main ye geet sunata hu he main ye geet. So these nice things comes in there. It makes the song, it enhances the song. So this is why afterwards I start understanding why. But to tell you the truth, God, I want to run back home. But it's a good thing I stick it out.
Well, I'm glad you stayed, and I'm glad you took that education and you came back, and now you're a champion, you're a pro.
Yes, well, I try my best. There will always be room for improvement, but still, I try my best.
When I met you in 2018, I didn't even know any of these things about you. That was the very first time that I met you at that competition, and didn't know at all. In fact, I didn't really know anybody there.
So yes, I understand that because you're a foreigner, and then you live in Canada and you come here. So basically, you start to meet the others.
Yeah.
Yes, so I think it was really a pleasure also meeting you here in Trinidad. It was really wonderful.
Yes. And we've kept in touch, whether it was saying hi on Facebook or on Messenger or whatever. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Well, I wanna play that song that we talked about, Akela Hume.
अकेला हूँ मैं इस दुनिया में, कोई साथी है तो मेरा साया। अकेला हूँ मैं इस दुनिया में, कोई साथी है तो मेरा साया। अकेला हूँ मैं। अरे न तो परवाना और न दीवाना मैं किसी महफिल का, सुनी सुनी राहें थामती है बाहें गम किसे मंजिल का। न तो परवाना और न दीवाना मैं किसी महफिल का, सुनी सुनी राहें थामती है बाहें गम किसे मंजिल का। मैं तो हूँ राही दिल का, हाय साथी है तू मेरा साया। अकेला हूँ मैं इस दुनिया में, कोई साथी है तू मेरा साया। अकेला हूँ मैं।
Well, sir, it was indeed my pleasure to be in your esteemed company again today. And I want to say that I'm super proud of who you are and what you've become and what you've taken your musical education and now you're passing it on to our younger generation as well. You've made a name for yourself in music. And so on behalf of all music lovers out there, we appreciate your dedication to preserving our culture through music. I want to take this opportunity to wish you all the very best in your musical journey. And indeed, music is life. So please continue doing what you're doing because you're doing a great job.
Yes, I'm going to take this to my grave. I ain't going to stop that.
Yeah. Absolutely. I think yes, as singers, like once you start and you have that passion for it, it's like it's non-stop. You can't stop. It doesn't matter. You can stay away for a little bit, but you still have to come back to it.
Exactly. So music and my heart, both of them be the same way. So like when I stop, well, okay, bye-bye. I stop.
Yes. Well, thank you so much for gracing this platform with your presence. And to all of our viewers, you can get all of Satrohan's song on his YouTube channel. And please do subscribe to his channel and leave some very warm messages for him. I'm pretty sure he would love it. So again, say thank you. And do you have any parting words for the audience?
Well, Mala, it was really a pleasure being here with you also on this program. And even I'm looking out for it on Sunday. So I'll make sure and I'll put on our television and I'll be watching that. You know,
Awesome.
thanks
Thank
very
you so
much for
much,
this
Sat.
opportunity,
Yeah.
to giving me this opportunity to have your program being here. And I think it's going to be real fun. I will have fun.
And you know, being like I wanted to kick off this Legends and Icons series with some you know, the older, it's not that I'm calling you old or anything, but I know that you have a background in music, and I just wanted to make sure that our younger generation, our younger singers know the older singers and where they're coming
exactly.
from.
Well, I'm 59 going in 60, so I'm 59 going in 60, so that is a really nice landmark for me. So I don't know, I'm good with that.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. Well, thank you so much for being here with me today, and I really appreciate your time.
Same here, Maharaj. Same thing. I really do appreciate this. And I'll be looking out for it on Sunday.
Awesome.
So thank you very much again. Same here.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Well, that was the amazingly talented Satrohan Maharaj from Trinidad and Tobago. And for our next segment, we do have a live interview, and I believe our guest is ready. So let's admit him in. Your phone is upside down. I can't hear you. You have to unmute. I can't hear you. Sorry. All right.
Yeah, you can hear me now?
I can hear you, but I need you to come back live on the video.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to get that now.
And to all of our viewers who are locked on, I apologize, but still not well, and I you know, I gotta wipe my nose. Sorry, guys. Are you able to connect? Let's see.
Okay, hold on. We're gonna. Okay, video on.
All right. Okay, right? Cool.
You can hear me.
Awesome. Now I can hear you loud and clear, and I can see you as well. So thank you for being on the program, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to welcome another legendary singer in our Toronto community, Mr. Ganga Prasad. And before we get started, I just want to do a quick intro on him so that you get to know him a little bit better. So the much loved and well-respected singer Ganga Prasad was born in Guyana into a family of musicians. He migrated to Canada in 1974. His singing career began in the 1980s, singing film songs and bhajans. In 1989, this talented singer went on to sing with the Melody Makers Orchestra, led by Suresh Hanuman. He made his first recording in 1993 called Precious Gems. This first release was widely successful among listeners. Ganga has toured extensively through much of Canada and the United States to very receptive audiences wherever he performs. He has sang alongside the Variations Band, which was led by the famous Guyanese musician, Mr. Beam Singh. The audience wanted more, and Ganga obliged with his second album, Just For You, which was completed in 2018. Ganga Prasad continues to entertain at local clubs and shows across the Greater Toronto area. Please help me welcome the iconic Mr. Ganga Persaud. Welcome, Ganga. Thank you for being here with us.
Thank you very much for the introduction, and it's much appreciated. And to all your fans and your viewers, I think this is the first time they're going to see me. And in the future, they will probably hear me do a live song or live recording with you. And
Yes, absolutely.
It's always a pleasure to be around you guys.
Absolutely, absolutely, and it's always my pleasure to welcome you here on the Sunday Afternoon Lime, and it's the first that you're ever being on the show. So thank you very much for accepting my invitation.
Much appreciated.
So let's kickstart this little interview session.
Okay, Mala, sorry. Can you give me 1 second? I have to step away for the camera for 1 minute. I have to open the door for someone.
Okay.
1 second, please.
No problem. Go right ahead. Go right ahead. So for those of you who are logged into Facebook right now, I just want to give a big shout out to, we've got Mr. Benjay Singh, Hemnarain, Chaturgun, Savi Kelawan, Maureen Kaladin, Naresh Dial, Kamla Ram Sumer, Liz P. Elizabeth, Satrohan Maharaj is also watching, and
sorry about that.
Kesho Mahadev, and we have, let's see, Abdul Razak, my mom Indra Prasad is watching, Lachman Prasad, Nari Munian, Leon Madhu, Josie Anand, Sudesh Narayan, Vimal Jaglal, Chandra Mulchan, Devendra Ram Narayan, Nasima Rahman, my brother Mike Prasad, and who else we have here? Faisal Wahab, Michelle Devika Manohar, oh my goodness, Jane Prasad, so many more. So thank you guys all for logging in, and please do share the page, and let's welcome Mr. Ganga Prasad back to the microphone.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. Not a problem. That's fine. So let's kickstart this little interview session. I know that you said you came from a musical family, but and then you started singing in the 1970s, I believe. So can you talk to us about your life in Guyana before you migrated to Canada, and was music a big part of your life growing up in Guyana as it is now?
It was, because growing up in Guyana, well, from a small island called Leguan, my grandparents, they were devoted Hindus. Every Sunday morning, we all have to be there when they do the chant the Hanuman Chalisa, and they do the little stuff.
Yeah.
I had 3 uncles, they're Pandits. My father do the Ramayana. They used to sing Ramayana, like go around, especially in the Pagod, in the holy season, and they do that. And they instill, my uncle, they had a band in Guyana, and usually, like, in back home, when the guys them they drink, they sing and they knock the table, bottle and spoon.
Knock a thing.
Yeah, knock a thing. So I used to be the drummer on the cheer. I used to beat the drum for them. And my first song that I sang was in 1974, September 12th, I think, if I could recall. My cousin was getting married, and usually the wedding house Saturday night, everybody sing. My first song that I ever sang was from the movie The Right and the Wrong, O Mere Hamrahi.
Wow.
And that's where it started. And I came to Canada. I hooked up with Suresh Hanuman and a lot of musicians, and we started on a band, and that was it. History.
Yeah. So you didn't really start singing in Guyana except for
No.
temples. Okay.
I sing in Canada. My singing career started in Canada with religious functions like Jandis, and you go to puja and stuff.
Yes. So what was your inspiration to become a singer?
I guess it was instilled in me from a little child. And to be honest with you, at the time back home growing up, you listen to the radio when Ishu Singh and Ayub Muhammad, they all had the radio program. And when they play a Mukesh song or a Lata song or a Rafi, in my thinking those days, when I was a little boy, I thought they were in the radio singing.
Wow.
But music is in our blood. We grew up in, and like any other thing, if from small you grow up with something, you get to like it.
Right. That is true.
And now I know for a fact it happened because I got 4 grandkids and they all sing and dance.
Nice. So the legacy will live on.
It will live on, for sure.
All right. Well, let me take a quick break right now, and I want to play one of your songs from your album, just for you. And I believe this song is Pyar Deewana Hota Hai.
Right. I hope everybody enjoy it.
I hope so too.
प्यार दीवाना होता है, मस्ताना होता है, हर खुशी से हर गम से बेगाना होता है। प्यार दीवाना होता है, मस्ताना होता है, हर खुशी से हर गम से बेगाना होता है। क्षमा कहे परवाने से परे चला जा, मेरी तरह जल जाएगा यहाँ नहीं आ। क्षमा कहे परवाने से परे चला जा, जल जाएगा यहाँ नहीं आ। वो नहीं सुनता उसको जल जाना होता है, हर खुशी से हर गम से बेगाना होता है। प्यार दीवाना होता है, मस्ताना होता है, हर खुशी से हर गम से बेगाना होता है। रहे कोई सौ पर्दों में भरे शर्म से, नजर अजीला चुराए कोई सनम से। रहे कोई सौ पर्दों में भरे शर्म से, नजर अजीला चुराए कोई खुशी से हर गम से.
That was an absolutely beautiful rendition of that song. I loved it, and I can see that our viewers are loving it as well too. They're also saying another talented singer. So we've got quite a few people watching right now. And tell us about the music for the song. You've changed it up a lot. And who was the music producer?
Okay, actually, that song, it was supposed to done. We were trying to do that in a soca reggae beat, a soca beat, but it's all very talented musicians. It had Vijay Ramkumar, he's from Burmese, Diana. The man on the guitar with the magical fingers is Mr. Beam Singh.
Mm-hmm.
Then you had Ramphal, Rudolph Ramphal. He's the bass player in that.
Guitarist, yeah.
Yeah, I think, and that music was all composed and done in right here in Toronto, in Scarborough, at Robo Studio.
Oh.
And with Jainan Singh, he owns the Robo Studio, and he's the nephew of the famous Ishri Singh.
Oh, nice.
It was done in Scarborough, and but then while we were recording that, they came up with the idea, so let's do it in a reggae style. So we put it in it makes it a little bit different than listen to the original and whatever.
Yeah.
But I think it came out pretty good. And
I think so too. Yeah.
So what I said, did that album Just For You, I said I should have named it It's All Guyanese Musician.
Yeah.
Came there, right?
Yeah.
And was well respected and was well accepted. With at first, at the beginning, people didn't like it too much because they said, "Oh, they know it Pierre Diwana as a movie song,
original, yeah.
Oh, the original." But then, as it get to them, and I keep playing it like any other song, and people receive it very well, which I appreciate it very much. Yeah.
Very nice, very nice. What types of music do you enjoy singing most? Is it Bollywood or chutney music?
I like the Bollywood. I do chutney, but I prefer the Bollywood. Mostly favorite my Mukesh and Kishore. I sing Rafi, I sing Lata, everybody you think. But I'm comfortable with Mukesh songs.
Yes.
There's something with his that brings out the best out of anyone.
I noticed that you don't have a lot of your recorded music up on YouTube, on your YouTube channel, and that's something that you need to do. You need to start uploading a lot more of your music on there so that everyone can, if anyone wants to know who Ganga Prasad is after this interview, they can go up there and, take a look and see.
Exactly.
Yes. Yeah.
So that's where you comes in.
Me. I think you're tech savvy more than me.
But it's nice. It's nice, and to something I enjoy what you're doing. I love what you're doing. At least due to this COVID, I mean, everybody locked down, whatever. But I think you're doing a great job, fantastic job.
Thank you very much.
Keep it up, and I think it's the only way we could reach out to the people.
That is true. That is true. And that was one of the reasons why I decided to do this program as well, too. And just to keep everyone in the loop, kind of, showcase some of the artists, in the industry, the newcomers, people who want to be able to showcase their music. They don't often get that opportunity to do it, and with this program, this series that I just kicked off, it's called Legends and Icons, and I was thinking about who can I get from Toronto, Canada, and your name popped in my head. So that's when I contacted you, and so I want to thank you for being here, because you've been as far back as I could remember, ever since I started out in the industry years ago. That's how I know of you. I've always heard of everyone saying, "Oh, Ganga Prasad, Ganga Prasad." I'm like, who is this guy? And then I think I saw you singing one time. I can't remember where it was. It was a club event.
You want me to remind you?
Pardon?
You want me to remind you? where the first time I saw you?
I'm not sure that I want to know.
Okay, I was singing at a restaurant and bar on Markham Road called Crack.
Right.
You came in there one night with a couple of friends, and I was doing karaoke there that time.
Okay,
That's the
oh,
first.
right. Yes, that's right. And I did. I think I asked you if I could sing a song or something.
Exactly.
Can't remember what the name of the song was, but all of our secrets are coming out now.
What was good? Was a good evening that night though.
Yeah, absolutely. We all had to start from somewhere, right? So I mean, so you sang chutney music, and I believe you did some English music as well too, right?
Yeah, I did one. Like if you go on YouTube, there's one called Larry Runaway. That one was an original, and it was written by a good friend of mine from Trinidad. And that's where it all went out, you know.
Okay.
One called Drink and Drive, Too Much Taxes, and them kind of stuff. You know, a few chutney.
Yeah.
I do chutney, but mostly I like to get back into I do most of the Bollywood stuff.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to take a moment and I'm going to play that song, Levy Runaway.
That's the one.
Yeah.
And to all you viewers, anybody want to run away? Ganga P is here.
Oh my goodness.
I went to a party, met this pretty girl. She tell me how she loved me bad. If you see the lady, she looking so pretty, and all the guys them watching she. I asked the young lady, who is your daddy? I would love to shake his hand. She said, listen to me, you don't know me daddy. Everybody say he's a madman. Listen what she turned and said, let me run away. Let me run away. She tell me, let me run away. I don't care what people say. Let me run away, Ganga P. Let me run away. You gon' live to see another day. Oh my God. I will make you happy, treat you like a lady, for you stand up like a man. I never deceive you, I would never leave you for no other woman. Listen what she turned and say, boy, let me run away. Let me run away, she tell me, let me run away. I don't care what people say. Let me run away, Ganga P. Let me run away. You gon' live to see another day. Let me run away, she tell me, let me run away. I don't care what people say. Let me run away, Ganga P. Let me run away. You gon' live to see another day. Oh my God.
Let me run away, Ganga P.
I tell you something.
Who's the inspiration behind that one? I would love to know that.
Actually, when we did an album, in a collaboration album with eight singers, with myself, Soma Lekram, Rajan Suresh, Raj Sharma. We did an unforgettable hits.
Right.
And while we were doing that recording, I played that song, and then Gunny is a Trinidadian singer, and he is a singer. In Trinidad they have these guys that sing. They're on the spot singer. I don't know. I think most they don't. Like when you got it, the Soca Monarch or the 10th, whatever it is. These guys they just listen to the music and they come up with words and they make a song.
So songwriters, basically, or lyricists, as you would call them.
So he listened to it, and by the time I could finish recording one of my songs, he came up with the lyrics. He said, "Let's do it." And
wow,
that was it.
Nice. Well,
and
it's a very catchy melody, and the lyrics are pretty tantalizing as well too.
Because
the lyrics tells the story, all right. Yes, for sure.
I'll give you a little instance. My granddaughter, she's just almost 2 years now, and she will get up in the middle of the night and ask her mom, call Ganga P. Why you want to call Ganga P? Oh, I want to hear Let Me Run Away. They want to hear that song. So the mom program it on the TV or the laptop, whatever they have, and every play that.
Nice.
Nice. At least you know what? It's getting into their head, and they know their grandpa sings.
Exactly.
But I do hope your audience, the audience that you have on your fans, they like it.
And some of them are your fans as well too that are locked on here. So we've got Maureen, and we've got Naresh, and we've got
I'll tell Naresh.
Mohanandu is watching all the way from Guyana. Another iconic voice.
Who?
Mr. Mohanandu, thank you so much, sir.
Mr. Nandu, respect, brother.
Yes, and we have Rani Kasoon watching, and we've got Vaishali Sakram from New York City watching as well, and Ram Pandit, Biram Jagru, Kishan Tapsi, Vijay Dan Prasad, Raj Kumar, and a few other. Benjay Singh is also watching as well too, and Michael Nalini Naidu. Good evening, everybody. I'm so happy to see you all on the live, and please do share and share and share. Thank you so much. Now, Ganga, let's talk about the music industry as it is today. What are you seeing? What are your thoughts on the music industry today? Do you see progress or do you see greed?
That's a tough question. You put me in a spot right now. But to be quite honest with you,
just give us your thoughts on how you see it. Yeah,
there is a lot of talented singers out there, and you know me. I would always give my encouragement and help anybody that wants to do this. But to be honest with you, right now, I don't know what's going to happen after this pandemic is over, because most places are closed and you can't do nothing. Hopefully that we all could get back into the groove that we were before.
Yeah.
Time will tell. But in the music industry, they have a lot of talented people out there, and they're just waiting to explore.
Yes.
But it so happened that during this time now, nobody can do nothing. And
do you believe that they're actually getting the opportunities of like you said, there are a lot of talented singers, especially here in Toronto, but are they getting the opportunities to explore that talent?
No, I don't think so. We have a lot of talent here. Okay, let's take, for instance, you got people in New York, they sing all over the place, right? But what I find, especially in Toronto, we all do our best, we sing at different restaurant, clubs, bars, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
The only problem what I see in Toronto, nobody try to promote the local talent.
That's true.
We're not getting the exposure.
Yeah.
Everybody thinks, we have nothing better to do. We just go and sing. No, but that's not it. We spend our time 5, 6, 7 hours standing on a stage, singing, entertaining people. And to be quite honest, I don't care if maybe who might not like what I'm going to say right now, but it's the honest truth. And people knows that our community, they come, they sit down, they enjoy, they listen to this music, but none of them appreciate what we're doing.
Yeah, that's true.
They
And I
don't
think I speak for a lot of singers when I say that as well too. I second that. And sometimes there's no appreciation at all for the hard work that goes into it.
I mean, like when I sing, I don't need nobody to clap or anything. If I have a crowd of 100 people or 20 people and one clap, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
The thing is this, within the society and the community, they all tend to put people down, which is not. I don't agree with that.
Right.
Okay, I sing Mukesh song, I sing Rafi song, I sing Lata. I could sing a Lata song, but I can't sing like Lata. I could sing a Mukesh song, I cannot sing like Mukesh. We all trying and we're doing our best.
Exactly.
People should appreciate it. People, they need to appreciate what we're doing. And if they can't do that, then they're not giving us the encouragement.
Well, I hope that our listeners here in Toronto who are watching right now will take heed of this, what you're saying right now. Yes.
And look,
true.
my good friend Mr. Naresh, I know he's Mr. Mukesh, he's listening.
He's on the live right now. He's watching it.
He's watching. I mean, we did our best. We try best. Like we got that musician like Narendra Gopal, Naresh, we got Kumar Dial, yourself, Pooja, everybody. We all try our best, right? We don't need any big money or anything. All we need is the appreciation from our community.
Yes.
We need that's what.
Absolutely. Well, I know that you sing a lot of karaoke, and you've also sing a lot with some live bands. Which do you prefer and why?
To be honest with you, I prefer live bands, like to sing, but I do enjoy karaoke. The thing is the difference between the two. Karaoke, you have to be on track. Otherwise, you're gone. With live bands, no matter what mistake you make, your brother's going to cover for you. You know what I mean? They'll do something. But I do a lot of freelancing, and I sing like with Harold Budu, Karamchand Maharaj. I sing with Triveni a couple of times, but it worked both ways. And the biggest thing with live band, I'll give you an experience. When I do any live show, I send it. We got to send the music for the musicians to listen and practice. Right? If most of the time, many times, if I sing with bands, when they call practice, they will call practice, let's say 12 o'clock to 4 o'clock practice. I will get a phone call. Ganga, can you come? Let's say practice is going to end 4 o'clock. They're going to call me, Ganga, can you come 3:30? Why? Oh, musicians have to go home because everybody knows the song. Everybody's comfortable. So I go in there, within half an hour, my practice is finished.
Yeah.
Because everybody's comfortable. And the biggest thing is that you have to work with people. As long as they get comfortable with you and you work with them, it makes life easy.
Right. So do you enjoy what you do? Like, do you enjoy being in the music industry? Do you enjoy being a singer out there and performing on stage?
I love it. I can't do without that. That's what makes me look this young today.
What is one of your favorite songs?
My God, now you're putting this. To me, one of my favorite songs is Dunya Banane Walo from Tifsika
Dunya
Sab.
Banane Wale. Mukesh.
Dunya Banane Wale, Kya Tere Man Mein Samai.
I see.
I have
And,
I have a lot of favorite songs, but that's the first song came to my mind.
yeah. So,
Okay. So you know the Chinese guys, Chris, the crew that comes to me sometimes, right? I was rehearsing for a reception, and we were doing some songs. I went to the washroom, and a Chinese guy approached me there. He said, "You sing?" I said, "Yes." He said, "What's your favorite? Who's your favorite singer?" I said, "Mukesh." He said, "Can you sing me a song?" And I sang "Jao Kahabata Idil."
mhm.
Within 10 minutes, our practice room for the reception was filled with about 20 Chinese people. They all came. And that is when I read.
And were these Guyanese Chinese?
No, they're from India.
Indian.
They're from India. And they love singing karaoke. They do English, Indian, but most of the time they do Indian songs.
Okay.
I think you met a couple of them already.
Yes, I have. Yes.
And they enjoy it. When they come to Timmy, they have a ball.
I know. So Timeri is the restaurant where you were singing at before the pandemic.
Exactly. I was there on the Caribbean coast.
And are they still open for business?
They're open for takeout only.
Okay, so no gigs happening there as yet.
The only drinking I do know is, well, they call my place the patio. So everybody come have a little drink.
I see. Okay. So you've been in the music industry for a few decades now, and you've seen a lot, you've experienced a lot. And what are some of the problems do you see facing the artists today, especially here in Toronto?
I think it's too much, I would say, pride and jealousy, because everybody's right,
Yeah.
which that is right. I mean, like, getting back to the point, you sing, I sing, everybody sing. Each and every one of us have our own unique voice.
Correct.
Okay? We cannot get away from that. But what I see is it becomes too much political.
Yes.
Right? That, I don't like that one. I don't like this one. No, that's not the way to go.
Well, I think that's a norm in any setting, any social setting, whether it's music or it's politics or it's any business, it's all the same. So I think what we need to do is just focus on what we can do best.
And you do that.
And take it from there.
But then the thing is this, you have to look at it this way. All of us do our singing. Whatever we do in the music business, we do it for fun and pleasure, as an enjoyment. If I sing, which everybody know, or you, if we could have do this full time to make our living, we've been broke. Do it for the enjoyment.
But yes, it's more of a hobby than anything else.
Exactly.
Awesome. Okay. Well, thank you for that. And do you have any regrets in life?
Yes, I do. And I don't. Okay. But for my regrets in life, I don't want to talk about that, but I don't let that bother me. Every time something bothers me, I rather put on a music and listen to music or sing by myself. That makes me happy.
Fair enough. Thank you. And if you could go back in time and change one thing, what would that be?
You pushing me to the limit now.
No, you can answer as best as you can without calling names or anything like that.
No. It's nothing to do with that. It's the one thing I could change is that I wish I could have done this my singing thing in the earlier days.
Yeah. Like back in Guyana when you were growing up.
Yeah, when I was growing up, we had the opportunity, but then back home, you got to realize one thing, which I think you should know that too, and my other friends them should know that. Schoolwork is schoolwork, education is education. When you said you want to go sing, your parents will never let you do that because they want you to take your education first. Education comes first.
Yeah.
Anything after that is a secondary, right?
Right.
Like the first time, like I mentioned earlier in the program, the first time I sang in an audience was when my cousin got married in September, and I did a song from Right and the Wrong. There was some people from Lenora came to that wedding. Like we had mandirs and them kind of stuff in Leguan and them kind of thing. But you never get the opportunity because the older folks, they were there and they would sing. But you as a young kid, you want to sing, they will never give you a chance.
Right.
Now, these people that from Lenora, I can't remember the name to be quite honest with you. They came to my parents and said, can we get your son to come to attend the mandir in Lenora and he could sing for us? That was a big no-no. It was a big no-no for my parents. They didn't want it. But thank God that I came here. My parents came here, and when I did my first recording in 1993, that was on cassette.
Mm-hmm.
Right? The Precious Gems. I took it, I got it print. The first cassette that came off that line, I told the guy to put that aside. And that first cassette, I signed it and gave it to my dad. God bless his soul. I said, this for you. I'm getting kind of emotional now.
Oh.
And he said, son, you want to do that, do that. Right? I can remember Pandit Bram Jairam, we usually have a show at the Scarborough Civic Center.
Yeah.
And we used to do the TV on Channel 10. My father came there the second show we had there, he came. And when I finished singing my song, my father came, he took his chain off his neck and he put it around my neck. He said, this is for you.
Wow.
Cherish. And I never look back. I
Very
I always
nice.
step forward and think.
Yes.
You know.
Well, I have this song, what is it called? Mr.
Drink and Drive?
Mr. Drink and Drive, yes.
Okay.
So I'm gonna play that song and then we're gonna talk about that after.
Okay.
Okay, so,
This one for Naresh.
Listen to me story, what happened to me life. The police come and hold me and you say I drink and drive. Boy Stanley, how you gonna call me Mr. Drink and Drive? Why you in me car if you crying for your life? Boy Stanley, how you gonna call me Mr. Drink and Drive? Why you in me car if you crying for your life? Anytime you talk you say I would not listen. Anytime you talk you say I would not listen. You tell me that I drunk when only coca drink it. If you see me staggering I want you to know it's right in front your house, boy. I stop me big door. Boy, how you going to call me Mr. Drink and Drive? Why you in me car if you crying for your life? Boy, how you going to call me Mr. Drink and Drive? Why you in me car if you crying for your life? Yes. Well, it's a boy Ganga P, Mr. Rock. You don't know. And charge me for overload. When the police gun they start dancing on the road. Boy, how you going to call me Mr. Drink and Drive? Why
Why you in me car if you crying for your life? Boy, how you going to call me Mr. Drink and Drive? Why you in me car if you crying for your life? Yes. If you see this man, he want to mess up me life. If you see this man, he want to mess up me life. If you see this man, he want to mess up me life. If you see this man, he want to mess up me life. He tell me plenty lies, he want to run away with me wife. You know I love me liquor, but one thing in life, when you see her drinking, I don't drink and drive. Boy Stanley, how you gon' call me Mr. Drink and Drive? Why you in me car if you crying for your life? Boy Stanley, how you gon' call me Mr. Drink and Drive? Why you in me car if you crying for your life? When you see her drinking, I don't drink and drive. When you see her drinking, I don't drink and drive. Yes, this is a message. Don't drink and drive.
Well, it's a very good message, all right. Don't drink and drive.
Actually,
And I
actually, it's
believe the original song was done by Stanley Mann.
exactly. Okay, Stanley did the original, and he wanted a reply, like somebody to reply on the song.
Uh-huh.
So I said, okay. He called me up, and he wrote the lyrics, and I said, okay, sure, we could do it, right? We were supposed to make a video for that, but unfortunately, we didn't get around doing that. But the funny thing with that song, when we made that recording,
Yeah.
doing my karaoke at Timiri, and I decided to play that song halfway in my program, and everybody listened to it, and they said, GP, you know you're a hypocrite. You sing a song not to drink and drive, and you're drinking.
Well,
those-
at least you're drinking, but you're not driving.
Exactly. And
Right.
it was a good experience, and to work with Stanley Man. I mean,
Mhm.
everybody, a very talented singer from Barbados, whatever. And it was a pleasure working with him. And we did some good stuff together. Right.
Right.
Shows, and we did the same song. And a lot of people like it.
You had sent me a clip of a performance that you did in India. Can we talk about that? Did you go to India for any type of formal training?
No. That what I did in India was a group of us, I think it was 5 of us. We went to India. We decided to take a trip. The topic came up in Timiri, like when we were singing, that let's take a trip. So we decided to go to India, and we visit all over the place, all the temples and whatever it is. And that was in Agra. When we went there in Agra, the hotel that we were staying in, we decided to go out to do some shopping. And
Right.
it happened that one of the guys from the group, they were looking for some musical instruments.
Mhm.
So while we were talking, the owner of this store said, if you guys want to have some entertainment, up on the 3rd floor, they have singing. So we went up. So we sit down, the guys, they're doing the mehfil, they were playing the music and entertain us, right? So the guy said, any one of you guys want to do a song? Everybody said, no, we don't know to sing. We don't know to sing. But my brother Faisal, he said, the guy, the mustache, he can sing. He wants to sing a song. So we just went up there to listen. And so the guy said, okay, can you sing? Yeah. So that's this when I did Jauka Habatai Dil.
Right.
Well, that was just a clip. But after I finished that song, he invited me up on the stage with him to come and do a next song, which I did. But what I did, on the stage is like a 12 inches where the stage is, right? And there was an area rug. So what I did, I went and sat on the area rug and I was singing. And he was kind of level upset. He said, no, don't sit there. Come on the stage and sing. Right?
Mm-hmm.
What I did, I put my hand, crossed my head, I said, bro, I respect you. No disrespect, but I rather to sit here and sing. I cannot be up there with you because you guys are professional. Right? I sat there and we sang a few songs. The other guys them they sing as well, and we enjoyed it. You know, when we leave there, he took his time down, leave what he was doing, came downstairs with us, make sure we were in the van ready to leave.
Awesome.
It was
Indeed.
very, very nice of them. It was well
Well,
appreciated.
I have that clip and I want to play it right now for our audience, and I hope you don't mind.
Okay.
Nice song indeed. Very nice.
Actually, the guy that was playing the thing, they does that on a professional basis. He's a music teacher, and well, in the whole thing, and he was quite impressed, you know. And you know what?
Mm-hmm.
I did that song. He actually came off the stage and he shook my hand because I was sitting on the bench here, right? But that was just that part. But after that, I went and sat with them and sing.
Right.
He leave his position on the stage, and he came and he shook my hand and gave me a hug. And you know what? It meant a lot to me. It meant a lot. Because the first thing he asked me, he said, Mr. Prasad, you speak Hindi? I said, no. But I grew up, my grandparents, my grandfather, they speak the Hindi back home, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I understand a little bit of the Hindi. He came and he gave me a hug, and he was so welcoming that it was unbelievable. It's unbelievable. And
so
that gave me the motivation too, right?
So you've never really had any type of formal training at
all? No, I never did. It all came naturally, I would say.
Naturally. So this is not something that you would want to pursue at all, at any time?
I would love to. But the most, I would, if I just continue this, I think I would like to learn Hindi.
You would like to learn Hindi?
I would very much like to learn, because if an Indian song plays, I know most of it. But explain it, I can't explain. But
I
would love to learn that language.
Because a lot of the professional artists that I've interviewed so far have all said that the one thing that we should as singers do is know what we're singing about, and at least attempt to learn the foundations of singing, and take a few singing lessons as well, to maybe pronounce those Hindi words correctly, because that's the most important thing. I found that a lot of people talk about the pronunciation, and us as West Indians, sometimes we don't have the correct pronunciations for those songs.
I quite agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
But we'll try.
So, exactly. Well, the one thing that I would say to you is that keep uploading I know you have a lot of songs and you've sung quite a lot, and it's unfortunate that you didn't have them up on YouTube, and I know that you have quite a few on CDs as well too. So it's important to get them up on YouTube so that everyone can listen to them and know who you are and what you're all about. In closing of today's episode, I want to ask you, what piece of advice would you give to any of the singers listening here today?
My advice to them, which you know, which you know and I know and everybody know. The thing that would make you better, always look out and accept criticism.
Yes.
If somebody used to do a song, to all my friends or whoever, you sing a song, sometimes we're not in that mood or we're not in the best of that day, but we try.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody criticizes you that, you can't sing, you didn't sing the song good or you don't think, I always tell people, when I get that question came up to me, I said, okay, I might not sing good today. Come back next week and I'll do better. Accept criticism, and from your criticism or the negativity that people put towards you, you try to make that better and you will be better.
Correct.
Will be better.
So, positive criticism comes in any shape, way, or form, and it's important for us as singers to take it with a grain of salt, and you can either learn from it or you can just ignore it. So
I think with me, the more criticism I get is the better I get.
Correct. Because you can only learn from positive criticism.
I learned from that because I've been around a long time, right? And all of us, we've been around. But sometimes somebody tell you something negative, it depends on the individual. They take it personally. Quite honestly, I don't take it personally. If somebody criticizes my singing or they say, Ganga, I think you could do better with that. Okay. Of course, I agree with you and I accept that because they could see or they could find the fault in that.
Mm-hmm.
Because when we stand up there singing, we might make a mistake. We might not aware of it, but the audience, they are aware of it. So if they come up and say, you know what, that word should say song like this, or you pronounce like that, or the song should be like this, I accept that because that's the only way we can learn.
True, very true.
Remember, we're not trained, or we didn't take no lesson or go classes or whatever. And which you quietly said just now, we should have done that.
Yes, I believe anyone who wants to seriously be acknowledged as a serious
take the vocal lesson.
Should take some foundational classes at least.
Quite agree.
Right. Well, Ganga, I've ran out of clips to play for you because I couldn't find that many on YouTube.
That's
and
all right.
I know that you have a lot of Bollywood and you sing quite a lot of really, really good songs out there. So I'd encourage you to maybe do some live performances at home and then videotape yourself and then put them out there, for the world to appreciate. I think that would be a really good thing.
Maybe the next time what we do with you, I'll call up my buddy Naresh. He could come. Right now I have everything set up where I'm living. And we can do some live recording and we could post it to you, or you could come and you could record it. You could record us and then you feature it on your show.
I wish I have the time to do all those things. Between work and doing this program, it's really, really hectic sometimes. But thank you. I will take it I'll note it, and hopefully maybe soon we can all get together and do something. So
exactly. I want to commend you. I want to commend you very much on what you're doing. You're keeping us alive.
Thank you for saying that. I appreciate it.
Because if you didn't do this, nobody want to know who maybe GP is or who Ganga P is.
True. Because we have a lot of hidden talent right here in Toronto, and not everybody is they're camera shy and they don't want to come on camera, because I've spoken to quite a few people already, and nobody wants to come on camera, so I can't do anything about that.
So tell me something. Is Naresh scared and come on camera?
I think you will have to call Maureen and ask her that, or call Naresh and ask.
No, but you're doing a fantastic job, and I wish you all the best. Continue do what you're doing.
Thank you.
Through your program now, maybe a lot of people who don't know me, they know me now. But
exactly,
and
that's right.
I mean, I could have do this. Naresh could have do this, or Narendra. Anybody could have do this. But you take your time out and you do this, and I appreciate it. And I must say, thank you very much.
You're very welcome. I just want to say thank you very much for gracing our platform here today with your presence. And thank you on behalf of all music fans out there for all of your years of excellence in the field of music and for your contributions to our Indian culture. So thank you very much for being here with us on the Sunday Afternoon Lime.
Thank you, Mala. Appreciate
Absolutely.
it. Oh, to
Awesome.
Mr. Naresh Dial, I'm a ginger ale for you, brother.
Awesome. And to all of our viewers who are locked on, thank you so much for joining with me today. I know it's been a long session here today, but I promise I'll shorten it up next week. So ladies and gentlemen, that's a wrap for me today. It was my pleasure to bring you these two iconic voices in our industry. And I promise you that it will get even more exciting in the weeks to come as I present two more great voices of yesteryear next week, same time, same place. And I just want to say to all of our women out there, happy International Women's Day to all the women who have fought and continue to fight for social justice and equality for women and girls around the world. Thank you very much, everybody. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful week. And for everyone locked on today and for all of your beautiful comments, thank you so much. And I'm going to leave you with this beautiful song. So please do stay tuned. I'm not done yet. Thank you very much. Thank you, Ganga.
Love you guys.
नीले नीले अंबर पर चांद जब आए, प्यार बरसाए, हमको तरसाए। ऐसा कोई साथी हो, ऐसा कोई प्रेमी हो, प्यास दिल की बुझा जाए। नीले नीले अंबर पर चांद जब आए, प्यार बरसाए, हमको तरसाए। ऐसा कोई साथी हो, ऐसा कोई प्रेमी हो, प्यास दिल की बुझा जाए। नीले नीले अंबर पर चांद जब आए, प्यार बरसाए, हमको तरसाए। ऊंचे पर्वत जब चूमते हैं अंबर को प्यासा प्यासा अंबर जब चूमता है सागर को ऊंचे ऊंचे पर्वत जब चूमते हैं अंबर को प्यासा प्यासा अंबर जब चूमता है सागर को प्यार से कसने को बाहों में बसने को दिल मेरा ललचाए कोई तो आ जाए ऐसा कोई साथी हो ऐसा कोई प्रेमी हो प्यास दिल की बुझा जाए नीले नीले अंबर पर चांद जब आए प्यार बरसाए हमको तरसाए ठंडे झोंके जब बालों को सहलाए तपती तपती किरणें जब गालों को छू जाए ठंडे ठंडे झोंके जब बालों को सहलाए तपती तपती किरणें जब गालों को छू जाए सांसों की गर्मी को हाथों की नरमी को मेरा मन तरसाए कोई तो छू जाए ऐसा कोई साथी हो ऐसा कोई प्रेमी हो प्यास दिल की बुझा जाए नीले नीले अंबर पर चांद जब आए प्यार बरसाए हमको तरसाए चम करता सावन बूंदों के बान चलाए सतरंगी बरसातों में जब तन मन भीगा जाए छम छम करता सावन बूंदों के बान चलाए सतरंगी बरसातों में जब तन मन भीगा जाए प्यार में नहाने को डूब ही जाने को दिल मेरा तड़पाए ख्वाब जगा जाए ऐसा कोई साथी हो ऐसा कोई प्रेमी हो प्यास दिल की बुझा जाए नीले नीले अंबर पर चांद जब आए प्यार बरसाए हमको तरसाए ला 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 La 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 la.
Well, thank you very much, everyone, and have a great Sunday night, and we'll see you again next week, same time, same place.
Thank you,
God bless.
Papa.
Enjoy. Thank you so much. Bye-bye, everyone.